Hey everybody out there in the internet world, it's your favorite revolutionary socialist Tipidator 13. I'm back with another episode of Fascism 101 and the religiously correct, and I want to talk about today, Governor Newsom, California has come out and said, oh, we're gonna clear out, we're gonna follow the right-wing, radicalized right-wing extremist Supreme Court, and we're going to throw out, all the homeless encampments, clean it all up, you know what I mean, and tell people that they can't, people who, because I'm going to tell you something right now, there's a lot of people out here in the homeless community. They're on Social Security, they're on disability, there's people in wheelchairs, there's people with all kinds of disabilities. They cannot afford a place to live, and they literally live out here, in their wheelchairs, and some live in tents because the rent is so high. They don't get enough money, and there's not enough Section A. That the wheels of that thing are absolutely. I know I've recently gotten in it, and I have actually applied for two houses, but it could be two really nice apartments, but it could be 2 years. But they're, and some people claim that people want to be homeless. It's not that they want to be homeless. It's that they don't want to stay in the shelter and have to go out by all these stupid rules, curfews, possibly getting sick, dealing with crazy people, dealing with violent people, getting their stuff stolen, and dealing with difficult staff people who are just as bad as some of the people who are there. I stay in a shelter right now, and I'll tell you what, my AC doesn't work. I don't like it, and I'll tell you right now, I'm a person who's checked out of capitalism right now. I'm completely against it. We have a right to exist outside the social norm, as an act of resistance and activism in and of itself. Saying, what I mean, it's a boycott. We have a right. We don't have to participate in capitalism. And what the Supreme Court and Gavin Newsom saying is that if you refuse to participate in capitalism and work for these work for pennies, just to make somebody else rich and live in one of our slums, you know what I mean, we're going to put you in jail and use you as slave labor. We're going to ticket you or whatever, lock you up, clear you out, lock you. Where are they going? Where are these people going to go? If you take away their tent or whatever structure they live in, where are they supposed? It doesn't make any sense. It makes absolutely no sense, especially in a time when you've got these private equity companies, BlackRock and Blackstone. One of them, there's some controversy about which one, but these two, they are the biggest owners of housing and apartments on the planet, and they have bought up all these places, all these apartments and houses and all this stuff, jacked up the rents, making it virtually impossible for anybody to live. I checked out. And I am a former oil field worker and aerospace worker. And, those are, jobs that, typically would earn a lot of money, but you know what I mean? The bottom has fell out a lot of that. The COVID really wrecked a lot of it. But you know what I mean? It takes a lot. I worked at my job for several years, and I had gotten a lot of raises and stuff and everything and promotions. I was a lead man, and I'd bid out to a higher paying job, and then I got laid off due to the COVID. And not only that, you have all these loops and hurdles. If you're homeless, and if you've been homeless for years, or if you had to live with someone, there's a good chance you might have had to live with someone. You might have had to rent a room. you don't have, you moved away, they moved away, everybody, you don't know where anybody's at, and they want you to have 5 years rental history. So they also want you jumping through all these insane loops and hurdles that just don't make any sense. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this, this utterly ridiculous, we need armed resistance, people. It's the only thing it's going to take to stop these capitalists, what I mean, from making it impossible to live, wanting people to work for, garbage wages that don't even afford you a place to live. Rents are so high. We've got to put these capitalists and these leeching landlords, these Wall Street parasites, these corporate predators, they're puppet politicians, these leeching landlords, mooching mortgage companies, and the fake real estate. We've got to get some armed resistance to put these people in check and put a stop to this. Anyways, video's going longer than I wanted already. So anyway, until next time, people, arrivederci.